The road was empty when the message came through. 3 words, nothing more, vibrating against the console like a pulse I wasn't supposed to feel. "Where are you?" It was from my wife. No heart emoji, no warmth, just the kind of flat curiosity a person uses when they need to confirm the location of something they plan to move, hide, or replace. I didn't answer. The lake house loomed ahead, quiet, untouched, still half asleep beneath the weight of November air. I hadn't told anyone I was driving up, not this year, not after the sideways glances at dinner, the sudden secrecy in her tone, the late-night calls she claimed were work emergencies. Not after the coldness that entered our bed like a stranger we were both pretending not to see. I stepped out of the car and felt the silence wrap around me. A silence too still, too complete, as if the house already knew what I was about to discover. I unlocked the front door slowly, the way you open a wound you've been pretending doesn't hurt. The smell hit me first. Perfume that didn't belong to me. Laughter that didn't belong here. Feet shuffling. Voices rising in a chorus of something that felt rehearsed, celebration. Then a single sound that froze me mid-breath. A man's laugh. Familiar, unwelcome. Once a name in a story she swore was so long ago it doesn't matter. My stomach turned. My heartbeat didn't, because deep down I think I'd always known this moment was waiting for me, and I'd finally stopped running from it. I stepped further inside, and everything inside me went silent. Not empty, just silent in the way a storm is silent right before it tears open the sky. I followed the laughter through the hallway, feeling each step crack something inside me. The bedroom door was cracked just enough for the universe to show me what it thought of my faith. My wife, her ex-boyfriend, half-dressed, comfortable, casual, as if the bed I bought, the home I built, the life I held together were theirs to rearrange. But that wasn't the worst part. 3 more faces turned toward him, not her. Her sisters, her parents, champagne on the dresser, glasses half full, and a man in a tailored coat flipping through property papers. A realtor, my name printed on the documents like a label on something they had already decided to carve up. I didn't make a sound, didn't give them the satisfaction of shock. I stepped back quietly, unnoticed, the way a ghost leaves a room. They cheered about square footage. They toasted to finally getting rid of that place. They planned a future built on my absence, as if I'd already died and they were simply dividing the remains. My fingers tightened around the phone in my pocket. Not in anger, in realization. There are moments in life that don't destroy you. They reveal you. And in that moment, my revelation was cold, clean, and merciless. I walked back toward the living room, as silent as I'd entered. But inside, I wasn't quiet anymore. I was calculation. I was clarity. I was done pretending not to see. I closed the front door behind me and sat on the couch facing the lake. The water was still, unbothered, reflecting nothing, a perfect mirror. I took out my phone and opened the emails I'd been collecting for weeks. The ones from her finance apps, the hidden accounts, the realtor correspondence she thought she'd deleted, the loan requests she'd processed under my name, and the message chain with her ex. She didn't just cheat, she planned a life with him, a future funded by me. I breathed in slowly. No rage, no broken sob, no shaking hands. Just a quiet ticking inside my mind. I scrolled through photos her ex had sent, of them at restaurants I paid for, in hotels I unknowingly funded, standing in my clothes, in my home, in my silence. Then the financial documents. They were planning to sell the lake house behind my back. Sign before Christmas, move him in by spring. They had it all mapped out, except one detail. My signature. No sale could happen without it. I leaned back, inhaled the cold scent of wood and winter, and let the truth settle into my bones. They weren't just betraying me, they were underestimating me, and that was about to become their worst mistake. It wasn't long before the bedroom door opened and footsteps approached. I didn't look up. "David?" Her voice wavered. What are you doing?" "Here?" I turned the phone toward her without a word. Screenshots, emails, the listing photos of the lake house she'd taken behind my back, the contract, the messages, every piece of her carefully constructed lie arranged neatly in a single folder labeled, "Your Thanksgiving Surprise." Her face went pale. Her ex appeared behind her, shirt unbuttoned, confidence evaporated. Her parents followed, voices dying as they saw my expression. I didn't yell, I didn't accuse, I simply asked, "Who were you planning to have forge my signature?" The room fractured. Her sister gasped. Her mother covered her mouth. Her ex stepped back, like I'd struck him without moving a muscle. She reached for me. I stepped away. "You weren't supposed to be here," she whispered. I nodded. "Exactly." I pulled out the final document, the one I'd prepared months ago when her behavior first shifted, the one she never imagined I'd have the foresight to draft. A revocation of shared financial access, a freeze on joint accounts, a transfer of property rights solely back to me. Signed, sealed, legally filed. Her eyes widened. "David, what did you do?" "What you taught me," I said calmly. "Plan behind someone's back." Her ex muttered something, trying to step forward. I lifted a single finger. He stopped. The realtor quietly closed his binder. I walked toward the door, coat in hand. "You tried to sell my home," I said quietly. "All I did was take back my life." Then I opened the door, and left them standing in the ruins of their ambition. Outside, the wind cut through the trees with a clean, hollow sound. The lake rippled, a single line spreading outward, calm, certain, inevitable. I didn't look back. Not at the house, not at her, not at the people who thought my silence meant weakness. It meant patience. And patience, when finally broken, becomes something they never saw coming. I reached my car, opened the door, and exhaled the last breath of the life I'd outgrown. As I drove away, the lake house shrank in the mirror until it disappeared entirely. The final thought came to me as a whisper. Some places are stolen, others are reclaimed, but the ones you walk away from, those are never yours again. And I didn't need them to be, not anymore.